I'm in the picturesque town of Kaslo on the shores of Kootenay Lake in eastern British Columbia. And Kaslo has something that not many other towns can brag about. It has its very own steamboat. The ship was built in pieces in eastern Canada and sent to Nelson, British Columbia, where she was assembled at the shipyard there and then launched in 1898. And she ran on these lakes until 1957. And now she's the largest intact steamboat remaining in the world. Just a note before we go on board, there's a little bit of construction going on around here, so you might hear the sound of nail guns. See? She's getting a new paint job. So this lowest deck would be the cargo deck. And you can see these enormous doors put in the side for loading. There's one down there that's open. Let's go take a look. Pretty cool. They got an old car in here. But of course, back in the day when this ship was plying these waters, it was probably a new car. The Moyie is a steamship, and just like a steam locomotive, steam was generated in her coal-fired boiler, then transferred through a long insulated pipe to her two engines aft. These two engines provided power to turn the enormous paddle wheel at the stern, a stern wheeler. This is the firebox, and it was here that the steam was built up to power the engines. It used coal, and here's the guy that did it. Put the coal in there. The rods that lead to the paddle wheel go right over this coupling. And they'll be pushed back and forth by a piston inside of that cylinder. Starboard engine. And these are the engine controls. And up there is the dynamo that provided electricity to the whole boat. Right in here, that's where the rods come through that are going to turn this enormous wheel and propel this huge ship through the water. Here's a look at the starboard side rod that comes through, and you can see how it cranks, and that crank goes up into the center there, and the paddles are around this axle. Must have kicked up quite a wave. I'm in the pilot house, and it's pretty much all glass. You got a 360-degree view from in here. Pilot would stand at this wheel, steer from it, turning these chains. And these chains that were connected by metal rods to the rudders, which were located just in front of the paddle wheel. This is the express room. They kept their stuffed dogs in here. And that's where they hauled the mail. And this was the refrigerator, basically, based on ice. Right, this is the galley, and it provided all the food for the ship, passengers and crew. They prepare it in here and send it up in this dumbwaiter. Wow, look at this room. This is the dining saloon, and off of it are some passenger staterooms. And I wonder what that table was for over there. Here's the bridal suite. Charming. This is the ship's pantry, which is in the middle deck. And there's, I guess, a waiter, steward. And then in the back there in the center, I think that's the dumbwaiter that comes from the galley down below that we saw earlier. So all the food that served everybody in here came up that shaft. There's some incredible glass in these upper windows, and some of the panes have oldie-timey black and white photos in them. I have no idea if that's original to the boat or was added later. So back in the day, the ladies had their own separate section, and in this case, it was in the stern of the boat. The inside of the ship is just stunning. The attention to detail is amazing, and it's so luxurious. What a way to travel. At the stern, and that's the paddle wheel housing. I bet it made a ton of racket. The details of this boat are incredible. That is the Osprey, the modern day version of the steamship, going across Kootenay Lake to continue the highway on the other side. I hope you enjoyed this look at a beautifully restored time capsule of a bygone era here in Kaslo, British Columbia. If you'd like to support her ongoing preservation, you can do that through the Kootenay Lake Historical Society, SS Moyie at klhs.bc.ca. If you liked this video, consider liking and subscribing. It really does help support the channel. Let's steer the algorithm. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.